I can't remember when it was. It was definitely sometime last year, obviously. Maybe mid last year, maybe early last year. You made a bet on LinkedIn, if I remember correctly, about something. And we were going back and forth during break. What was that exactly?
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad you asked because I did it again last night on something different. So last fall, I think it was fall, Zillow put out a report that said that their panel of experts, their panel of economists, concluded that there was likely to be a recession in 2020, driven by the housing market. And of course, that got picked up by every media outlet on the planet. If you go search Google for recession 2020 Zillow, you're going to see 90 pages, I'm not even kidding, of stories on that subject. Here's the funny thing. Pick one of those stories and read the first paragraph, and it says that 40% of the experts surveyed said that there was going to be a recession in 2020, which means 60% said there wasn't. But for some reason, their conclusion was experts agree. Less than half, so not the majority. You can speculate on why Zillow, of all people, would be encouraging negativity on the housing market, but they did there, and it really got. You have to be negative on housing if you want your housing story to get play in the media and on Google right now, and it's unfortunate. And why am I picking a fight with Google? I don't know, because it's a bad idea because they own the world now. But so there were a lot of people that were mouthing off about that. And so I just put a bet on LinkedIn, $10,000 if there is a recession in 2020. There won't be, I said. And I put up 20 grand and the comments, I put up 10 grand and the comments just stopped. It was crickets. All right. So everybody was talking a big game. And then as soon as I made the wager, everybody shut up. And so I did it again last night because there was an article. You could tell that I get kind of aggravated by the negativity, the unfounded negativity and the junk analysis on the housing market. And there was a story, an investor, Business Insider, a pretty credible publication, that wrote about how home buyers stopped buying in 2018 and the mortgage industry is getting crushed, neither of which is happening. And the image they had on top of the story was a building collapsing, like when they blow the building up and it falls down on itself. It was an image of that. So a collapsing building. And so I just posted something about how this is an embarrassment. And then a lot of people agreed with me. And then somebody wrote back, you people in real estate are always painting a rose-colored picture. What goes up goes down in real estate. Everybody knows that. I believe this. I said, great. How about this? $1,000 a year for the next 10 years. Home prices will not decline one time in the next 10 years. I'll bet you $1,000. So far, I'm still waiting for a response on that. So this guy is an appraiser.
Great.
He's an appraiser in New York. So he purports to understand housing values, but he said something that is so dead wrong that he ought to check his appraiser card at the door and go home. What he said was, the market goes up and down. It goes up and down. It always does. And realtors are always saying it only goes up. Except it doesn't go up and down. It goes up, and then it went down one time 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The reason it went down that time is that it went up too fast. If you look at the chart, it was a gradual 80-year curve that then popped in the mid-2000s, having to do solely with relaxed lending standards. So people were given more money than they should have been able to qualify for, and they used that money to overpay for property. The market corrected and went right back to where it was heading anyway. It's like a picture of a very long, gradual upward line with like a pimple on it. It goes up, it crests, it comes down, and right back to the line again.
That's right.
So this is a guy who's in the business, and he's being critical of optimism, saying the market goes up and down like a yo-yo. And I pointed out to him that he's talking about the stock market, not the real estate market, and put your money where your mouth is. And I haven't heard back, so we'll see where that goes.
I don't think you ever will hear back.
I hope I do, because I can use the 10 grand
to go buy some more property in Gastonia. Absolutely.
Just to pay for the tires on the Mustang that I'm melting every time I go on the road and record this new show we're doing.
Every time you do a burnout
road trip.
Yes, exactly. If you find your Mustang stolen, you can look in Atlanta at my house. That's exactly where it's going to go.